Falsehood is suffering, and living a life that is out of alignment with what is true is suffering. In this video, I'm going to be telling you exactly why that is, and I'm going to be telling you how to live your life more in alignment with what is actually true. But for starters, I want to talk a little bit about what truth is. So truth is what's real. Truth is what is actual. Truth is actuality, right? And a lie is something that we conveniently place over what is true so that we do not have to look at what is true directly. And why do we do this? Because we're afraid. Why do we avoid truth? Because we're afraid of it. And if we are continuously acting from a place of fear of what is true, we're acting from suffering. We're suffering. We're acting from fear, which is fundamentally not a very comfortable way to live. And truth in this context is pretty broad. I'm talking all the way from owning up to mistakes you make and not sweeping them under the rug, all the way to the nature of reality, all the way to your present state right now. Like, are you avoiding certain feelings that you have, right? There's something true about how you're feeling that you're avoiding, and you don't want it to be that way. I don't know if I've mentioned the quality of your relationships. I might have mentioned that, all the way to do you like your career, right? It's like truth has to be applied to every sort of domain of your life, and you have to continuously kind of refine it as well, right? It's not just like a rigid thing that you do once and then like it's done. It's like truth kind of becomes just a way of life, and truth purifies you, right? When you are living in alignment with what is true and you are like continuously choosing what is true, it's going to bring out a lot of garbage inside of you. It's going to bring out a lot of the deceptions inside of you, a lot of the manipulations, a lot of all the blocks that exist inside of you, right? It's like just a purifying and cleansing force. And this can be very uncomfortable sometimes, especially if you are living a life of deep denial and delusion, a life that's far out of alignment with truth. You can throw up getting more into alignment with truth. It can be a very brutal process, right? But at the end of the day, it's worth it. It's far more comfortable than living a life that's out of alignment with what is true. It's far more pleasant. It's far more meaningful. It's far more fulfilling, right? Because, like I said, truth is what's actual. A lie is a cover-up of what is actual. Basically, when we're living out of alignment with what is truth, or with what is true, we're not actually living in reality. We're living in something that we have invented. We're living within our own avoidance patterns, within our own constructs. We're not actually grounded in actual reality. We are lost. Living from truth, there's also an element of love to this, because when you live from truth, you're accepting reality as it is. You're accepting some facet of reality as it is, right? And what is that? That's love. When you're able to actually accept something fully for what it is without needing to change it, that is unconditional love. That is actual love. So love is the full embrace of existence. Love is accepting something as it is without having to change it. And truth is exactly that. Truth is what exists. Truth is reality. Living a life that is in alignment with what is true is embracing reality as it is. It's actually loving life. Whereas the opposite, living a life that is out of alignment with what is true, is disliking life. It's disliking what is real in favor of something that you invent, something that you make up. Truth needs to be applied in every area of your life. It has to be continuously done over and over and over again. It becomes a value of yours, not just like a fixed endpoint that we get to and like now we can like put our feet up, like 2 + 2 = 4. Now we're good. We got the truth. It becomes something that you continuously do every single day. And over time, this purifies your being so that you are not so full of shit. And that basically creates less suffering. So how do you get more into alignment with what is true? The biggest thing you can do is to build very deep self-awareness. You have to have awareness of all the ways that you deceive yourself, all the ways that you deny what is true, all the ways that you avoid reality, avoid what is true. So self-awareness is the number one skill for actually pursuing truth. You actually need a very deep degree of self-awareness that can be built through meditation retreats, even therapy is very good. You have to know thyself, like the ancient Greeks said. It's not just a matter of going outside and external. it's also a very, very personal process as well. You're really going into the depths of your own psyche and you're going to be cleaning it out, right? It's almost like if you have a dirty pair of glasses, right? You're not going to keep looking through them, right? You're going to take them off and you're going to clean them very well, and then you're going to put them back on, right? It's like if you have a very sort of dirty perception of reality, it's like the way to get to truth isn't to keep looking through that dirty perception. Just, it's to actually reflect on your own perception of reality and clean it up over time, right? Because really too much truth at once is actually very overwhelming. Humans are born not in alignment with truth. We're very much born very biased towards our own survival and full of deceptions and denials and avoidance mechanisms and full of fear. And really, it's like saints and sages that really clean themselves up to the point where they are living in a very deep acceptance of what is true, right? And who are some examples of these people? Mahatma Gandhi, Saint Francis, for example, Ramana Maharshi, Jesus Christ, Buddha, Lao Tzu, so many people that I can list. But really, the goal isn't to just be like Jesus, right? That's not really what I'm saying. The goal is to be fully you, truthfully you, living truthfully in the world. See, when you're living in alignment with what is true, you're also being yourself. You're being totally authentic. What is personal authenticity? It's what is true about you. Personal authenticity means that it is true. Acting in an authentic way means that you're acting truthfully. Right? So inauthenticity is also suffering because there's something true about us that we don't want to see, we don't want to express, we're afraid, so we repress it, we avoid it, we deny it. And this whole pattern of avoidance and denial and like covering up the truth there's a deep contraction to it. It's like a tightening force around us, right? It's like there's something existing, we're just trying to like continuously push it down, and there's just a contraction there. Whereas letting go and really beginning to view what is true, right? Having a willingness to see what is true, there's a more expansive force to that. There's something more fulfilling to it, right? And at first it can be a little bit hard to really begin to actually embrace what is true. But over time, you develop what a man named Shinzen Young calls the taste of purification. You begin to enjoy the taste of purification. I believe something along those lines, where it's like at first it was kind of bitter and then it became more sweet. So that's it for this video. If you're interested in going deeper into topics like this, I'm offering one-to-one coaching. You can book a free call. Link is in the description. Take it easy.